How did Allegro.com, Europe's leading e-commerce player, make its mark in Lokaland, aka Poland, where there are already 6 other important out-of-home parcel locker networks? Watch this video to find out the behind-the-scenes information, and I'll be joined by Jacek Powalka, who was instrumental in making this happen. Welcome to this Last Mile Profits video, the last word on the last mile. Jacek, what I'm really interested in, I guess the viewers will be interested in understanding, how was it possible that, let's be honest, a much smaller network of lockers was able to compete and in some categories actually win with InPost? What's the story?
To be frankly honest with you, I will start from the question I got when I applied for the job. And the question I got was, will you be willing to do another last mile network, since I did over 20 in many different corners of the world? And I answered, you know what? I would compare it to building an apartment or filling an apartment for your own. And actually, the Polish proverb says that like third or fourth we're doing for ourselves. So I said, yes, I've learned so much and I know what pitfalls I've made, and it would be great actually to jump and actually to compete with my own child, because I was a co-creator of InPost lockers as well. So I think the main takeaways would be, we started with extensive research, including NGOs, municipalities, heavy users of competitive solutions, because what we found out is that didn't take into account the scalability, the new and modern approach of societies towards, for example, inclusion and sustainability. Second, what was important is, when you're starting with a new network, you have to have volumes. And to have those volumes, we decided, okay, we will roll out PUDO network first, and then once we're gonna build up the merchants network, it will be much easier to redirect the customers to actually more preferred option where the human contact is not necessary and they can remotely pick up the parcel.
Which is music to my ears, because one of the classic scenarios is people, we know this, Jacek, they start with a very small number of lockers, which is not enough in terms of proximity or critical mass to give good customer experience. And I have to say it, that was one of the issues for InPost in the UK initially. So I think that's really cool. So, but if I understood you correctly, then the secret sauce was the fact that you did this extra bit of research. You went the extra mile, if you forgive the pun. You went the extra mile to try and find, what could make that network different. But you didn't mention one thing, Jacek, because something that, for me is obvious, and if people see the video, you see this greenery around the machine. Can you tell us a bit about that?
It's actually one of the clear signs that this network is different, because what came out from discussions with NGOs and the municipalities is that Poland, a local land with over 6 different networks, is becoming flooded like a virus with many just metal boxes standing all around. Even like a conclave next to each other. So we find out that one of those elements would be to make them to fit in better into this into the environment by covering with them real AV plants which are growing all year long. This was just an element of it, because we included into it a very clear loyalty program, because we recognize that customers who choose one location 3-4 times tend to be much more loyal. And those elements were that for every 10th parcel, the customers are getting tree planted by Allegro.com. Secondly, every locker is equipped with air sensor, and this access to the data to actually make people more aware about how bad or how good is the air quality in the cities was another element. And actually sharing something what is unique about every logistic company, giving their own services for free. So for every customer who has chosen lockers, those one boxes by Allegro, was getting a free dispatch option for sending the used electronic equipment for reuse, resale. And you won't believe it, though, the amounts of it when we went to the warehouses and the partners, those are hectares and actually tons of products which are decreasing this feeling in the customer's mind, like, I feel guilty for buying another new product. And it was really really one of those key elements which make the difference. And greenery and making the lockers green was just a clear sign that this is a different network. As a final result, after over a year and a half, we were able to beat in 3 main categories in post, which I'm very proud for our team to reach it.
Experience the future of convenience with Modern Expo parcel lockers. Cutting-edge innovations that bring parcel delivery to a fundamentally new level. Follow the link in the description to find the best solution for your business.
In 3 categories: for being recognized as more sustainable network, which was really one of the key unique selling propositions of InPost. Secondly, that they were simply more beautiful, and the third, innovative. And by talking innovative, I would have to mention here one really important element, because within the hints of how to make the network winning is to also recognize what are the key pain points and how frequently are they appearing with the usage of those services. And we recognize that customers who are picking the parcels remotely sometimes stand in front of the locker with their neighbor, and a neighbor is picking up the parcel at the same time. And with help of Modern Expo, we've managed in very short period of time, I think it was 4 months, to develop the new functionality, giving customers a clear light differentiator saying your parcel is blue, your parcel is orange, when they are both opening the compartments remotely at the same time through the app.
That's a really cool one, isn't it? So, and I wanted to say that, you know, I'm proud that our sponsor, Modern Expo, actually was creating the hardware behind this particular story. I will say one thing before our friends from InPost jump onto us, that, you know, this was one piece of research where, and of course, you have been, Allegro One has been very successful in that category. There will be other research that may show other information. So, you know, InPost is still a very, very strong leader in the market. What I think is most amazing is the fact that with far fewer machines in a much shorter stage of time in a saturated market, that Allegro One was able to make its mark. So, you know, congratulations on achieving that. I've been there myself, by the way, because as you know, Masterlink, today DPD, was my baby, and I was involved in a way in helping create the InPost strategy, which actually significantly overtook. So we've both been there. Jacek, it's been really thrilling.
Thank you so much, Marek. Thank you for the invitation.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know what other subjects are of interest to you. We have the experts to cover pretty much anything in the last mile, so drop your comment below. Let us know what you'd like to see next time.